Good evening, viewers of Canal de English. You are welcome to your favorite program, Chill Out. Today is Friday, or actually the 22nd of September 2017, and we are coming with a new story and other interesting stories that we're going to discuss together today. I know it is there's some hardship in some parts of Cameroon. We just hope that things are going to like true. We're going to find a solution for this problem because people actually are marching, people are protesting, and I don't want to talk about that. Let's just hope that with the Almighty God, everything is going to be solved. Now, I'm not alone today on set. I am with two important people that you really know, my co-host. But today, Helen is not there. Exceptionally, we have our first son. That's Helen's son. That's how I call him. It's called Cedric. Let's have this break, and when we come back, we usher them in. Thanks to the technical boards, we have what we have today, and we hope that everything is going to be fine. Now, everybody's there already. Cedric, happy to have you. Good evening.
Good evening, Dad, and good evening.
I love that. Good evening, Dad.
Yeah,
It's
only
so easy for anybody to pick
mom.
that line of his.
Wait. It's only mom who said I should not call her mom, so I will change. Hi, Solange.
Well, thank God I'm Solange. I'm not mom. Definitely not feeling old or getting old anytime soon.
Yeah.
And thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday.
I mean, definitely chillaxing here. Hope you're chillaxing
yes,
wherever
and
you
dress,
are.
you already imagine what is happening out. It's raining out, cats and
It's
dogs.
raining, but it
Yeah.
doesn't stop you from javing. It doesn't stop you from chillaxing. Just hang out in one of those places and shake out the stress. No matter what the country is going through, it's just for you to get it off your minds and be yourself.
Yes, and we're going to bring some heat to this program today, but I would like Cedric to tell us what we're going to have, like a brief review of what we're going to
Normally,
do.
Albert, normally, Dad. In part 1, we shall have the proverb, the story, which talks about Chris automatically, the color pink. I hope you like pink. And the second part of the show, Chill Out, we have the guest. We'll be receiving the guest. We talk about his
A
biography.
special one today.
special
the
one.
Kid. Yeah, special
Let me
one today,
announce
very
his name,
talented.
the kid. And at the third part, we have Did You Know? We'll be talking about the bed. And the last part of the show, Red Card, talking about cars transportation and overloading
of
cars.
Okay, and that is what we're going to do today. We're happy to know that our guest is there already. It is that's very encouraging because you know what happens with guests sometimes. They are there with us, and we'll be receiving him. His name is Le Kid, and he came with his team. Now let's put some heat in this studio today.
lighten the mood.
Yes, to lighten the mood, and because you're feeling cold, let's dance a bit. And we're
Of
going
course,
to dance
I'm
on-
definitely cold. And like I
Yes.
said, it's Friday.
Okay,
We
do
need
you know
to shake
Mings?
it out.
Do you know Mings?
How can you ask me
Do you
that?
know his latest?
That means he wants to
Is
shake.
it gigolo?
Yes,
Of
it's Gigolo.
course.
Let's have this Gigolo.
On parle même de qui là? Minx! Elles disent que je suis un gigolo. H for life. Les gars du quad m'appellent gigolo. Mon frère. Ok, yo. Car ce n'est pas la knock. Ça vous dérange? Je vais seulement talk. Vous savez pourquoi? Parce que ça me démange. Les filles, laissez. Le tout si les gars ont compris. Tu ne peux plus chop les dos d'un gars et dire que tu vas vanish ma combi. C'est fini. Les gars ont levé la science à la guerre comme à la guerre. Sache maintenant que si son crédit finit, c'est toi qui vas faire son transfert. En vrai, je ne l'aime pas. Les gars sont devenus malins. Aujourd'hui, tu ne peux plus voir un gars avec une go qui n'arrive pas à chop le matin. Je josse en connaissance de cause, le tout si ça a cuit. Ils ne sont plus là pour faire le beau, tu t'invites au vaccine. Ce sont de bons gigolos. Ils ont un centre le nolo. Tu n'as pas les dos, personne ne va te regarder. Si tu veux, va me mettre Miss Lolo. Ça te gratte aussi, je suis gigolo. Les gars du quad m'appellent gigolo. Ouais, que ma coupe du monde c'est sur les mbombo. Tout chemin mène à Rome, moi je fais la mongombo. Elles disent que je suis un gigolo.
Tu n'es pas alors gigolo?
Ça fait quoi si je suis gigolo? Ouais, même si ma coupe du monde c'est sur les mbombo. La vie c'est la position, moi je fais la mongo. Yeah. Ok. Elles disent que je suis un gigolo. Vacciné par les panthères, ces gars-là n'ont plus de stress. Ils tissuent tout ce qui traîne, même les bombos ils traitent. Que tu sois pur ou bio, chérie, le gigolo lui ne gère pas. Oui, tout ce qui l'intéresse, non, c'est le CV de ton pas. Ils n'ont plus le temps de bluffer. Maintenant les gars te tapent sec. Vous n'êtes pas porteuse décalée, je ne veux pas les mots de tête à bec. Ils vous calculent en vrai, le tout si les gars n'ont plus rien à perdre. S'il te dit je t'aime, c'est qu'il a déjà ton A1. Que l'amour là, il va où avec? Le Yamo des Mougou, c'était avant les filles. Maintenant comme une aiguille, tu tentes, on te pique. Les temps on change maman avant qu'on te dise l'anga qui me drape maintenant, je la cook avec sa propre huile. Ça te gratte aussi, je suis gigolo. Les gars du quad m'appellent gigolo. Ouais, que ma coupe du monde c'est sur les momos. Tout chemin mène à Rome, moi je fais la mongombo. Elles disent que je suis un gigolo.
Tu n'es pas alors gigolo?
Ça fait quoi si je suis gigolo? Ouais, même si ma coupe du monde c'est sur les mbombo. La vie c'est la position, moi je fais la mongombo. DJ, pousse encore le son.
Right, that was Gigolo. That was Gigolo. The guy is talking about these men who are like sugar daddy. They're not sugar daddies. What are they? Because these guys who depend on women.
Runners of women.
Honestly, not
Women
really like
chasers.
runners of women. To me, I know gigolo to be male prostitutes,
Male
basic.
prostitutes.
Male prostitutes.
They are fixed just for that purpose. But I don't know what Minx is trying to say. That's
what do you mean by male
and I'm
prostitutes?
just so hoping to
Male
find that now.
prostitutes, they sell their services. And
So
the
that
main
means-
service they
What
is
do you
like-
mean by a lady that's a prostitute?
No, that a lady being prostitute is common now. A male being prostitute, what do you mean?
A gigolo.
A gigolo. Then what
That is his job.
what is then as a male prostitute, what is his job?
Of course, servicing. I didn't say
No,
that.
you are-
So he has
no,
the same
no.
job like a
didn't
woman,
say that.
like a woman. So only
Yes,
that,
a gigolo is actually a guy who depends on a woman because of her money. And actually, these gigolos are like hunters of these very rich women, especially these women who work in offices.
Let's
and-
ask-
Call
and-
it
and-
sugar
Let's ask Mom,
mummies,
Mom.
call
Sugar
it pets,
yes.
whatever.
Mom, have
Yeah.
you ever seen one? Or have
Of
you?
course, I've seen one.
Dad, mom is. Oh my God!
Okay, that was all about the gigolo. Now let's have our wise word or our saying. Our proverb today says, "Until the lion has his own storyteller, the hunter will always have the best story. Until the lion has his own storyteller, the hunter will always have the best story." That's our wise word. I think we're going to have it there on the screen. Let me say something about this. You know, when we stay in a village, sometimes we have our days, our nights where people tell stories about legendaries or legends of our village who fought against lions, tigers, and all these things. They always tell you that your grandfather fought against the lion and he won. Your forefathers fought against this and he won. But it's just because they are the ones to tell the story. We never know what really happened because the lion and the tiger he fought against. It's
Can't
actually
speak for
not there and he
themselves.
doesn't have his own. Yes, he can't speak for himself.
On that note, Albert, I remember this this comedy I saw, and then this man was like scolding his son and telling him, "When I was your age, I always come first in class."
Yeah.
Now this son was never there, and he will never be there to know he was always coming first. And then he says, "If I'm lying, let my forefathers slap me," and then he receives a serious slap.
No, other,
So please, hunters, if you're singing the praises to yourselves, just remember the lions on their own part definitely have their own stories to
Yes,
sing.
and
other
different
parents.
children.
There are other parents nowadays who say, "My son, as mom, you're saying, my son, when I was this year, I had twins in maths. When I was now, if I'm lying, may God bring me to France. May God bring me to Swiss." Wait,
And there is
because I remember
and there is
I had a day
Yeah.
where mom, I asked you, "Mom, what average did you have when you were doing the class 6? Mom automatically told me
That
she
was
had a
first.
21 on 20.
Okay.
And she said, my grandmother was there, and she said, if I'm lying, may the Holy Ghost, may the Holy Lord send me to London. Unfortunately, on holy days, Mom find herself in the village.
In the village.
Oh.
It means
So
she
that
was
means
telling the truth.
you were saying
Actually,
lies.
she was telling the truth. Now, there is
Well,
one,
like
there is a
in
kid-
Bamenda, people will call, is it Akum? Small London. So maybe that was her own London. So you never know
And
which
there is-
London
and
she
there was
meant.
this smart guy, and following the same story, there is a smart kid who told her mother one day that his father was complaining that, okay, at this age I was the first in my class, and the guy to ask his daddy that, what age are you? He said 52. He said, at your age people are ministers.
That's insulting a parent.
It's not
That's
actually
actually-
insulting when you're blabbing. Think of the consequences. Don't just blab for the sake of blabbing.
That was our
Definitely
proverb.
think of what will come back. So I love the proverb for today.
Yes, let me take it back, and I think we'll have it on the screen there so that you can, if you want to comment, you can comment too. Until the lion has his own story to, his own storyteller, the hunter will always have the best story. Now let's have the story of the week, because we're actually going to take it until Friday. The story is talking about Chris, Ben, and Mrs. Kifem and Sarah. So Chris is in a big trouble. Let us just have the story there on the screen, and we're going to give you details. You should be very attentive because the story is very interesting too. So listen and watch, and send us your comments via the Facebook page and the contacts that will be indicated there on the screen. Let's have the story.
Chris is 39 years old and has a girlfriend called Sarah, who is mother of a 9-month baby boy whom she got from an unsuccessful love affair with her ex-fiancé called Ben. Ben abandoned Sarah in her pregnancy, claiming that he is not responsible for that, and totally ignored Sarah, who tried to no avail to prove that he was responsible for her pregnancy. In her torment, she decided to call on Chris, the guy whom she had dated in the university. Chris decided to help her and even wants to propose to her. But the problem is that Chris' mother stands against this relationship because he says her son is naive and totally ignores what it means raising up somebody else's child. Chris loves Sarah, and Sarah is willing to accept his proposal, but they don't know how to convince Chris's mother to accept their relationship.
Well, that's the story for those who were very attentive. So that's a problem Chris brought to us this week, and he says he's actually dating that girl. She's called Sarah. Sarah was his former girlfriend when they were in the university, and she left him to go and get attached to another guy called Ben. They had an love experience, which failed because Ben denied the pregnancy she had for him, because he said he was claiming that he was abroad. He was abroad for a while, and that cannot be possible. That she cannot be pregnant.
The father of
Yes, she
the child.
tried to all avail to show or to prove that he was actually responsible for this pregnancy, but he denied. He said no, he cannot accept. Then she needed help, and in her torment, she decided to call about Chris, who accepted her and helped her. And the kid is the child is 9 months, and he wants to get married to Sarah definitely, but the mom is against this because she thinks that she's against the fact that she comes back into her life, because she's asking her why did she go first, and she broke the heart of her son, and she wants to come and destroy what she had left. And just another precision, this girl Sarah, she's ready to get married, to accept the proposal, and but it can go. They don't know what to do. They need to know what can they do. They need your advice. So just some
Chris
details
is
about.
definitely confused.
So that is the story.
He's in a fix because he's about to choose between his mom and the girlfriend.
Important choice.
That's tough.
Yeah, they're really tough.
Seriously.
Now I like to
Choosing
know.
between a
Because,
wife
like,
and a
yes.
mom is complicated.
First of
Talk
all,
less of
choosing
a
between-
girlfriend.
Yes.
Choosing between two women is first of all complicated. Dad, you know what I'm talking about.
You can't compare moms. You can't compare moms to any girl in the
So
world.
you saw where I was coming. But yeah, mothers are like our first wives, actually. So I don't see how you can leave your mom. Maybe your mom can say you that leave me because I've already had my life. I already have this. Go with your wife, but
Now
up
the
till
mom,
then,
the mom evoked two problems. She said she does not want, first of all, because Sarah left her son and she she broke his heart, and they were, because she already knew Sarah, and they had a very long story, and she decided to depart and leave to go to this guy Ben, because Ben was proposed by her parents.
Her own parents.
Her own parents, yeah. So she had two reasons. The first, that she says her son is still naive and he does not know what it means to raise somebody else's child. So she thinks it is not good. She wants her son to have a woman or a wife who's going to be whom they're going to have the first
But
first kid.
seriously, this is one problem that is so tough, because a lot of people have experienced this around me. I've heard a lot of stories about this. But the question is, how much does she love this girl? And then secondly, remember the last time we had a story about the rejected child
yeah.
and stuff like that. So when in a relationship and then you have to get or raise another man's child, it's always a problem. But at the end of the day, does she really love Chris, or she's just looking for a
an
shelter
interest.
or who to take care of her child? So it's kind of complicated. I don't know, but like we always say, mothers are right. She has her points. She doesn't want her child getting married to somebody who has hurt him before,
Yeah.
and again having to raise another man's child. As if that's not enough, some mothers will say, okay, go for a girl that's already having a child in order to be sure she's not aborted all the kids in her tummy. But then people vary.
Yeah,
really
because it's not
impressed.
really easy.
It's not
choose.
easy.
It's not
I have a
Seriously,
question,
it's
I have a
tough.
question for you. Yes. Now,
Yeah.
I really admire this, Chris. Now, will you take back a girl who left you and had an experience somewhere else? Will you take back when she comes back with the kids? Are you ready to take her back because you love her?
Wait, Dad.
Is it possible?
First of all, when she came, we were loving each other. Okay. Now, when you're gone, you're gone. You can't expect me after maybe 10 years, when you're coming back, I should love you again. No.
So if we're in Chris' shoes, you will never.
I will
you will not
leave-
take
I will
back-
leave her
take back.
aside.
But
I'll
is
put
it
her
possible?
aside.
Is it possible to love somebody until?
It's so possible,
Yeah,
Albert.
it's love.
Why? Because
Totally.
there are people that are so obsessed in love that no matter what the girl or the boy does, they will still openly receive them without thinking of those hurts.
I mean,
It
maybe they
does
have
happen.
an interest. They have an interest in it, because not all people will come back for just like, I love you. No. If the girl comes back, she might have an interest. Maybe you're the son of the minister, or maybe you're the president, maybe you're the... No
That's
man knows.
why I made the statement that it depends if she's not just looking for a shelter.
For a shelter.
Yes. So it's a two-way thing. She might just have discovered that, well, her parents pushed her to the wrong path, and then she's coming back to her senses.
Yes, that could be the.
And equally, she might just be looking for a shelter who will take care of me and my child.
For
So
me,
it's a
I-
two-way thing.
For me, I
And there's
just think
something
it's
she
interest.
chose. Yes, like Chris, when her parents proposed Ben to her, she had to choose between her love and her parents, and she chose her parents. So you see how
That means
how
Chris, you should
ironical
just
it
leave
can
her.
be, because Chris now really intends to get married to this girl. Now he's now the one in the dilemma. He has to choose between his mother and the love. Meanwhile, Sarah did that easily. She easily went to Ben because she saw there was social security, financial security there, and then she got what she got there.
Dad,
So-
if you permit me, this thing, as we can we globalize it of love to be love?
to be loved. I think if he loves
It's
her,
love. It's
if he loves her,
love.
if he loves her, then if I was the one, and I really love that girl, I'll take her back. Frankly speaking.
Cedric.
But what kind of love?
Cedric,
what
it doesn't
kind of
work
love?
that way, because if we are centering this around love, Chris definitely loves his mom.
You're not sure, Mom. You're not sure because
No, he loves.
I
her.
can be
Now,
here.
Excuse
extra
me.
to what
So you don't love me.
wait.
No,
Remember-
guys,
no child would say he or she doesn't love the mom.
Wait. I can say I don't love my mom. I don't love you because I called you to keep me something which you didn't.
No. That's
No.
Those are details. Those are other details. Let's go to something else. That was her points of Solange and Cedric's points of view. That was my points of view too. Now, send us your points of view via the Facebook page. The contacts are there on the screen now. Don't call, please. Just send us a message, and we are going to read now. Today, as Cedric announced it, the intro of this program, he said we're going to talk about the pink color. That will be the color for this weekend. And I know you will love the color because it is related to many interesting things. After the color,
And of course,
we're going
all
to come.
feminine.
Feminine, yes. you-
So, mom, that means you love pink.
Of course, I'm a woman.
But
How
I've never
can
seen
I
you
do
in
without pink?
I've never seen you in pink.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I've never seen. Then have you
I
seen me in
don't
pink?
think there's a lady without a pink
There's always
anything
pink
in
somewhere,
the
yes.
wardrobe.
There's always
Definitely.
pink.
I
Wait,
don't
wait,
know.
wait, let me
Either
think.
a pink hair stuff, a pink t-shirt, a pink gown, just any
Or
pink.
a pink hat. Let's have the
Thank you.
color there. Let's have the color, and when we come back, we go to something else.
Pink is a delicate color that means sweet, nice, playful, cute, romantic, charming, feminine, and tenderness. Is associated with bubblegum, flowers, babies, little girls, cotton, candy, and sweetness. The color pink is the color of universal love of oneself and others. Pink represents friendship, affection, harmony, inner peace, and approachability. Pink is the official color for little girls and represents sugar and spice and everything nice. Pink is the sweet side of the color red, while the color red stirs up position, aggression, and action. Large amounts of the color pink can actually create physical weakness. Both red and pink represent love. The color red represents heat and passion, while the color pink represents romance and charm. Hot pink is used to communicate playfulness, while light pink is used to communicate tenderness. The phrase "in the pink" means healthy. The expression "tickle pink" means being happy, content. The saying "pink collar" refers to a female office worker, often used in a derogatory fashion. The word pink means to cut, notch, or match a zigzag.
That was the pink color, feminine color. So I know you have much to say about this.
Of course, definitely. I'm feeling so happy. I'm feeling so romantic, charming, playful. It's full of tenderness and good health. What can you possibly say that's negative about pink? It's all positive. So if you're a lady and you don't have a pink piece in your wardrobe, please
You can come and meet her. She'll help
stand
you have the pink.
running.
So okay, many positive things about the pink.
Yeah,
but
it's all positive.
we're going to move to something else. It is not positive now. We're going to talk about our red card, and I'd like you to appreciate the color there, not the color, but the image that we're going to air very soon. That's a red color. Just see how some people behave, like some of our transporters, like agencies, and some our drivers do overload their cars and their lorries, and their trucks to take the road. I think these people should start changing their habits because just look at this. Just look at how somebody can load or
All that just
overload
for it.
this. I
all
don't know
that,
where the passengers are going to sit, and when there is an accident, there is no chance of survival.
all that just for 2,000 or 1,000. And wait, and the police is not actually like
No, the police actually is on the road watching, but I think they can't be everywhere
Wait,
every
wait.
time.
Excuse me. To
They
be
have to
honest,
be. They have to be
be
everywhere.
honest, it's not just about the passengers. The passengers' worry is just to transport their goods. The question now is the driver and the police. The driver definitely knows that he only needs to close his hand and then he has his way. So please, whoever is concerned, think of the civilians' health
Yes.
before the covered hand, I beg.
And their
It's
security.
very important,
First of all,
definitely.
the car-
Lives are more important than any token you will
Yes.
receive for any reason on planet Earth. It's completely wrong. So to me, it's a red card.
Yeah, it's a red card, and
Yeah.
every day in the news we have information about an accident which killed 12, 20, and
And
all.
we
I
will
think
skin
And
into
the,
it. It's
the
always
rate of accidents
it's
these
always
days
the cars.
is rampant. So we really, really need to reconsider how we handle our cars and definitely control the roads.
yes, and we have the story about one truck which emptied its contents on a taxi,
On a taxi,
here
yeah.
in Douala. It was a very sad story. It was,
I remember it was at
and everybody in the car, I think everybody died, and it was very. So I don't know what
Yeah.
happened, but I think that truck was actually very full. And I think the drivers too, it is their responsibility to make sure that they think about the security. There are some who even drink before taking the road. I think we should start just as the government.
But that not only the drivers. We have the police. We have the policemen. We have even the passengers. Even the passengers
too,
too
yes. Sometimes
can
the
also have
passengers
the.
are also to
I mean,
be
they
blamed.
No,
should
I
think
think
about
I
the
think
security.
we need to modify this thing in an advanced way. I've been opportunity to work in a ship, and then it has its loading level. When it gets to that level,
It
please
sinks.
carry your market go different side.
Yes, and there is
Yes, because when these things start wearing on one side, that's the end of your business, the
Yeah.
end of you, and even the end of the driver. So we should equally consider these things on our roads. It should not just be about the sea. The roads is the same thing. We don't even have the kind of real highways, as I'll call it.
yes.
We
you
just
know what
have,
happens every day.
like,
the road gets
seriously,
bad,
we have just
always
thick,
bad,
Cedric, it's not
because of
something to
all of
laugh
it.
about.
Yes,
It's
Mom,
really
yeah.
something to shed tears on, because we lose lives like every other day and nothing is being done about it, either from the administrators, the drivers, the controllers on the road. Please,
Yes.
it's too much. We really need to
And I
value
don't
life.
even know how some of these people, like these trucks which overload, I don't know how they manage to escape the weighing stations. And sometimes, like, I don't know, maybe they go there, they just give some money and they
My
go.
dear, like I said, all the need is
Yeah.
the passenger needs their cargo to be loaded, and then the driver just
Because
needs
the
his pocket
fault-
to be full, and then the controllers on the road, they just need their envelope or whatever they
The
call
fault
it,
doesn't
and then
just go. The fault doesn't
everything
just
is
go.
good to go. But that's not how it's to
It's
be
not
done.
everything that goes
Let's
to the
learn to
driver.
respect the rules the country has set for these things.
Okay, now let me take some reactions, but I want us to play, if it's possible, we play the story and I'll read 2 reactions, and after that we're going to receive the kid, our guest. Let's have the story.
Chris is 39 years old and has a girlfriend called Sarah, who is mother of a 9-month baby boy whom she got from an unsuccessful love affair with her ex-fiancé called Ben. Ben abandoned Sarah in her pregnancy, claiming that he is not responsible for that, and totally ignored Sarah, who tried to no avail to prove that he was responsible for her pregnancy. In her torment, she decided to call on Chris, the guy whom she had dated in the university. Chris decided to help her and even wants to propose to her. But the problem is that Chris' mother stands against this relationship because he says her son is naive and totally ignores what it means raising up somebody else's child. Chris loves Sarah and Sarah is willing to accept his proposal, but they don't know how to convince Chris's mother to accept their relationship.
Well, that is the story, and we'll have some reactions here. Stop calling, please. Just send us a message. We're going to read it. Good evening to you all in the studio. I really appreciate your program. It's for Destiny Boy from Upstation Bamenda. Please tell the girl by your side that I like your jackets.
I already told her, and I think I'll go back
Thank
with
you
it.
for.
I also wanted to compliment you for that jacket. I like it, and I think I'll confiscate it.
Okay.
And I said it
And now
first.
you
I
just
said it
opened
first.
your eyes to my jacket.
Someone calling to God here. This message says, "Let the two seek the face of God first." Okay, I think they thought about that. Now they also want you to tell them, as human beings, to tell them what they can do. Hello to you. Hello, it's Aludia from Tico If I was the one, I would have taken her back because love, they say, is more powerful over love, everything. Wow, I can't really get what you wanted to say. But thank you for sending this message and thank you for watching the program. This one says, good afternoon, you all in the studio. What is the story all about? Go and check on our Facebook page, Chill Out for Real, and then you have the story. Then now, as I promised, the second part of this program, we're going to receive our guest, talented rapper, music writer. He has gone very wide in the world because people love his style of song, they love his genre, they love his way of, because he can sing and he also raps. We're going to have his biography and he'll be here and he will tell us more about himself. As I said, he came with his team, but we're going to receive him. You're going to discover, for those who did not know him, he is Le Kid. And you have seen him in featuring in many songs with other rappers. Is the future record label, which is actually bringing up these guys, and I think they are the future of Cameroon's music. So we're going to receive Le Kid here. Let's have his biography, and when we come back, he'll be talking about himself and the projects that he has for us today, the things that he's going to, the things or the program that he's going to unfold this month and years to come. So let's have the biography.
Yeah, let the future talk.
Le Kid, by true name Bonge Epe Henry Sylvain, is a young Cameroonian artist who does pop music, R&B, soul music, and other genres.
À bout de souffle, à bout de bras, petit ou balai.
Le Kid, in his childhood, was passionate of music and reading. At the age of 10, he joined the Obolova Catholic choir called
Dominique Savio,
where he made his first musical lines. His love for music persisted until his adolescence, when he took part in many events organized by different schools in the town where he was a student. Le Kid originates from the Littoral region and joined the GMG Future Record label in 2009. His rough skill and talent is expressed in his voice, carried by an indisputable artistic spirit and a futuristic musical ideal. In 2012, he released his first album titled Save a Dream, with the emblematic title Feel Alive. From 2014 to 2016, he released 4 singles, The Future is Bright and To the Top, where he featured with Dorothy Penty, On My Way, where he featured with Cocaine OTFT.
I'm on my way, rising from the ground, gonna shine brighter than the sun. I'm on my way.
And Soul, in collaboration with Cocaine OTFT and Van Blaze. The Kid also had other songs like Get Numb, Ladies,
I'm axing. Where them girls at? Where them girls at? Ha! Now, give them some clap, 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 clap.
and actually he blows the musical scene with the French pop tube Briller, which means shine in English. extended play, The Reason, which will carry 7 titles and will be released in a few months, was also signed in the GMG Future Record Independent. The kid has 5 years musical career, and the best is still to come.
We come for the kid just coming in.
Definitely, I'm going to give him a well done, sir. Well done, sir.
Okay, just take your seat, the kid, and be relaxed. Just chill out. Yeah, this is your mic.
Thanks.
Are you chillaxed?
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
relaxed. Yeah.
You're not smiling. It doesn't look like you're chillaxed.
Mm.
Now that's better.
Okay, the kids.
Yes.
I called you 2 weeks ago. It's like, please come. When are you coming? I said, bro, I'm booked here, I'm booked here and there. I will try to come, and you said no. Today, let me sacrifice all what I'm doing and
Yep.
all what I have to do because I want to come to chill out.
Yes.
Canal de English. Welcome.
Thank you very much, and I'm very grateful for that applause, round of applause. It's like I'm on stage, and
I don't think that's strange to you, though.
It's a little bit strange. It's not every day that I have 2 persons in my audience. So.
Aw.
And there are 2
Then I'm giving you
personalities.
another one.
And every time you go to a show, there are different faces. It's a different concept. That's
Yep.
why it is always new.
Yes.
Everything is. Every
And it's
experience
special.
is a new
And it's special.
experience.
It's special.
Okay. You came because you're actually on your media tour.
Yep.
And
Here in
you have
Douala.
many things to tell us. But I would like to read some. I'll read 2. I'll read. You permit if you permit. I'll read 2 messages because there are actually many, and I would like to have time to be reading them.
Of course.
Because there will be a story that you listen. Let me just tell you what you're going to do. The exercise you're going to take here. You're going to tell us about things that we did not know, that we did not mention in the biography.
Yes.
You'll tell us about the project with Brie. You'll tell us how it came about. What is the meaning? What's the message behind this? You tell us about the future, the GMG Future House itself. I know there are many talented artists in there. I wanted to receive the whole group, but your manager said no. I said one by one, and I start by the kids. Very soon we're going to have the other guys, the Van Blaze and the cocaine
Yeah.
of tea. Yeah. Okay. So let me read this message. When we come, I'd like you to tell us, and I wanted you to ask him that story, that question. If there is somebody in his life, it's a chill out program, and we go as far we extend.
Okay.
We go off boundaries. We even come into your personal
No
life.
problem. I'm yours.
Okay, let me take this message. It says, hello, it's for a game. Tell the girl her beauty is driving me crazy. How I wish she could appear on screen every day.
Seriously? Thanks for watching the show and not me. So keep watching Canado English where we change the game.
Just respect our rendezvous. You're going to have our chill out every time we have a program on chill out here. So, the kids,
Yes.
let's take the serious things, then we'll go to the ones which are more, less important, or who can be less important for you but important for our viewers.
Yes.
Now, you came to present your last release, that is Brie. The
Brie.
video is out.
Yes.
And we have it here. We'll play it there. And what is the big project about around this song?
The big project is the EP, The Reason, that have 7 titles. And Brie is the first one, and I made it because the first thing I want my music to do is to help people and make people to shine, because Brie means shine in English.
Yes.
So, and for me, shining is not being upstairs, it's not being on the top. Is facing trouble every day and have the more confidence on yourself to face them
Facing the
and
challenges.
succeed.
Become better.
That's all. That's
Yes.
all Brie means. So Brie is not for Bobo. No, Brie is not for Bobo. Brie is for you who is
going to school on the rain every day because you know that school is important for
Like
you.
us who came to work
Yeah.
today, even under the
Really
rain. Like you
is-
who
yeah.
came today on Calabria.
Under the rain.
Yes.
That is Brie.
So that is Brie for me. That means everybody is shining every day by facing the reality, that harsh reality
Yes.
of our society. And if you succeed to become someone in this context, you shine.
Yes.
Oh, that's
I
a
know
tough
some-
one, Albert.
Yeah. I know a little about your story. I don't know how you like, because you're talking about hardship here and the challenges that artists face, because you started ever since you
yeah.
you're on this you're working hard. You've never been the kid that everyone's like, when is the kid, when will he finally blow out? When you're always working on a project, you give out the project, it works, sometimes it leaks, sometimes it goes, sometimes you disappear, you come back. But let me tell you, frankly speaking, I thought at one point you would drop music.
Never.
But when I listened
But
to
let me
Brie in
add
the
some
video,
juice to that.
Yes.
And Lekid, I appreciate the answer.
Mhm.
Never. He's that one artist that, though he has been through thick and thin to get to where he is, he's definitely going to continue because he'll be that kind of artist like Two-Face. And being Lekid today, what do you think he'll call himself tomorrow? A topic to meditate on. And like he said, he's not quitting music anytime soon.
Okay, then
So
where do
he'll
you
be
take the
telling
energy?
us what he'll be changing that name to.
That name too. I even have something to ask about that name. Where did you take the energy, and what is actually motivating you to persist in this hardship?
You know, you can't reject your mother.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, no matter what she do or what she say, she's your mother. And music for me is like a mother. It's like a wife. And the music never betrayed me. And I'm not ready to betray music.
now.
That's all.
Wow.
That's all.
That's
This is where
a
I
tough
take
one.
my motivation.
If
Because
the kid can
when I
compare
was
music
alone,
to his mom, you can imagine the passion
love
he
he
has
has
for
for
music.
because when I was alone, when I was rejected by people that I loved,
Yes.
it's music that took
Consoled
me and
you.
consoled me. Because by writing is like a cure. It's like you are writing a song, you are crying while singing, and
You're letting
it's
it
like
out, you're
you are
sharing
now,
your story
it's
with
now
the
like
paper.
everything is light and
Yes. I once came to your studio, to the DMG studio. It was very relaxed. Now, how's the ambience there now? Because it has been long that I've not seen those other guys, the cocaine, and how's the ambience? with the
always
team?
crazy, always crazy. Even when we are working is like Coquino Teste is doing his own stuff.
Yeah.
I'm doing my own. The manager is screaming, "Oh, you been serious for a while?" I like, because Brie is not something when you are passionate and when you are writing, when you are an artist, it's very difficult for you to be serious, because by the time you're starting to be serious, there are serious things coming out of you, and serious things don't
I know
touch
that's actually
people.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And there's your-
people like crazy things, like
Crazy,
oh
crazy
yeah.
things like ladies. Tell me about ladies. So now that video is
ladies.
terrible.
Of
Tell-
course,
that
he
video
sang
of
about
is-
ladies. I was really curious about that. And then I was like, is there a lady in the picture? Because I was, now,
Yeah.
I already wrote my application, even though it's not looking neat. I was already drafting it because
Yeah,
you never know. So, is
What about
there
those
a
ladies?
lady in
The-
the picture? Were
okay.
you singing ladies to some
Let
particular
the kid
lady?
tell us. Let the kid tell us. You know what we're talking about. Where do you take those
First-
girls in ladies?
What the first thing is that video was shot here in Douala.
Yes.
And when I sang ladies, it was first of all because we are in a society where we are not accepting everybody for the choice some people are doing,
Yes.
and choice is not all the time just a choice. There are ladies
Yes, in quotes.
that are and that they did not choose to be ladies,
Ladies.
strippers,
Yes,
prostitutes.
talking about
you know,
strippers. Yes, that's
you
where
know,
I actually wanted to
you know.
come. So were you not afraid of like morality to like infringe or try to hurt?
Seriously?
The morality behind ladies' song is that people sometimes how can I say it, manipulate those girls for them to do what they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is
That's
really
how I
that is
definitely
really
interpreted
the
it
thing
too.
behind ladies. You want not to say okay, all girls now, boom. No, it's what like
It's definitely a
ladies,
lesson.
be careful. I love you because you are a lady and you must be ladies.
Yeah.
I didn't say girl or not. Ladies. You know a lady? The first lady.
Okay, now let's go to another exercise. I'd like you to listen and to listen to this story, and then you give your points of view, because people are actually looking at you and say, what can, apart from being an artist, what can he produce
His
as an
opinion
idea?
should
What
count.
opinion can he give about this story? So just listen attentively, and you tell us what you think.
Okay.
This,
I will try.
Chris
I will
about
try
it.
to be serious. I will try.
Let's have the story.
Chris is 39 years old and has a girlfriend called Sarah, who is mother of a 9-month baby boy whom she got from an unsuccessful love affair with her ex-fiancé called Ben. Ben abandoned Sarah in her pregnancy, claiming that he is not responsible for that, and totally ignored Sarah, who tried to no avail to prove that he was responsible for her pregnancy. In her torment, she decided to call on Chris, the guy whom she had dated in the university. Chris decided to help her and even wants to propose to her. But the problem is that Chris' mother stands against this relationship because he says her son is naive and totally ignores what it means raising up somebody else's child. Chris loves Sarah and Sarah is willing to accept his proposal, but they don't know how to convince Chris's mother to accept their relationship.
What will you do?
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I can shock people, but I will say no one in this world is responsible for your success except God. Not even your mother.
Now
So
that's
you think-
shocking.
So you think if he wants to get married to Sarah, let him do that? without
Let him do
considering-
that because it's not the mother, the Chris mother, who will wake up every morning
To the lady.
to the lady.
Yeah.
And sometimes you see, it's not where we are, where we put our attention to succeed, that success comes.
Sometimes
That
it's-
child that is not his
Yes.
can be the best thing in life he ever had.
Wow.
So
That's a good one.
for me, a man is a man by the time he can stand and face his mother and say, "Mommy, I love you so much." No, I love. First of all, I love you so much.
Okay.
But if you want me to be happy and if you love me, let me be happy with the one I choose.
Okay. Thank you for that one. Last words to your fans who are actually watching everywhere in all parts of the
Last
country.
word, listen to Brie, and there is a magic. There is a magic in the reason that EP that is coming in few months, and I love you.
Okay, so let's have Brie for the road. Very interesting one. It is his latest release. The video is and it was shot by
Tuareg film.
By Tuareg Film.
Yeah.
That's a good
Okay.
choice because the video is actually very good. So let's have Brie. And when we come, we're going to have a few messages. I'll read some few messages that you sent, and we'll give appointments for next week. But first, I think we can have Brie.
Yeah, let the future talk.
On est des milliers, on rêve de briller. On est à bout de souffle, à bout de bras, petit ou balèze. En bout de course, avant la maille, en cas de hammer. Tomber, sombrer, ce jusqu'au sommet. Ombre, chanter, sconder, yes I can. Avoir le toupet, de tutoyer le succès. Trop enfoncé, trop pour défoncer, à cramer jusqu'à nos rêves. Appliquer sans tricher, abdiquer ses clichés. C'est le ciel qu'on vise et c'est un pour qu'on brille. Briller pour briller. Et s'il faut sombrer jusqu'au sommet. Nous, on est des milliers, juste briller. On rêve tous un jour de briller, de briller, avoir le toupet, de tutoyer les sommets, d'en souffrir, tout offrir pour ne gagner qu'une misère. Pas de peur, pas d'alibi, faut franchir les limites. C'est le ciel qu'on vise et c'est un pour qu'on brille, qu'on puisse briller, briller. Et briller. Pour briller. Et s'il faut tomber, ne tomber qu'au sommet. Nous, on est des milliers, on rêve tous un jour de briller.
Well, we are all going to shine one day, and Solange is already shining. People are appreciating that.
Honestly, I was shining until Albert decided to cut me to concentrate on your messages instead of shining to Brie from the kids. But anyhow, I'm definitely going to shine to it after this at the club.
Cedric, that is our command for this club, because after this we're going clubbing. Briller by
Briller, we shall briller, briller.
Yes,
I think at the Bukan or wait, why are we waiting?
No.
Are we to break? Why are we to break?
Anyway,
We
a
have
lot
to
of
read it.
messages are coming
We have
in and we
messages
need
there,
to read them. This one says, wow, they're coming in so many at a time. Canal 2. Just Canal 2, please say something. Okay, the first question the man needs to ask is, who is to live with the girl? Same thing like Kid said. Making a decision as such, you must think well, because that is the person you have to spend the whole of your life with. So if he sees her as a life partner, then let him have his dreams come true. Please sign your messages. We appreciate you for sending that. This other one says, hi to you all in the studio. Please don't call, just send the messages. This one says, hi to you all in the studio. There is nothing God cannot do. I will advise Sarah to pray one day, and guys, one day the guy's mom might change her mind. Or better still, Sarah should just get pregnant for the guy. In that way, the mom can no longer deny the union. Stephanie from Kumba. Thanks for watching from Kumba. This other one says, greeting to you all my splendid chilos in the studio. I'm young Frenzy from Kumba. If I were Chris, if the love is still there, I will consider her health and closeness to them, making Eve standard as before, but not giving up on the relationship. At least she learned her lesson.
Yeah. Okay, I think that will be the last for today. There are many messages in that.
Of course,
don't
I will
worry.
definitely be reading your messages on Monday. So don't feel sad because your messages will be read on Monday.
Okay, and from that we'll say bye-bye. This was a good day. We received the kids. It was very interesting, and he gave his own point of view that we should consider, because he's actually somebody very wise, and I discovered it here. So we're going to have the news read by Mr. Kejan Henry Atembe. So just stay.
And we hope
keep
we
on
also
watching
be
and
reading
all
the news. I hope you'll be reading the news.
Thank you for coming today. Thank you, and I don't know why you put on this cap.
It's because I went to. No, I had to. It's up right. That's what mom told me.
From
Okay.
us to
Bye-bye from
you
your
is
house
good
to
night
is.
and
Bye-bye.
have a
Bye-bye.
splendid
Have a
weekend.
splendid weekend. Bye bye.
Hey yo, you know who the nigga.
On the cold summer afternoon, like the snow coming down in June, I'm rising from the ground, gotta shine brighter than the sun. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, rising from the ground, gotta shine brighter than the sun. I'm on my way. Hello world, hello world. Hello world, can you feel the nigga? I'm on my way, I can't stop. I work so hard and pray so hard. Going so ham, I'm right in this beach. Trying to get that guap and fame that I will. For all my niggas who never made it real. Plus all bad bitches waiting right in the city. For my family fans, here I'm gonna do the push, I see the way. I'm on the track and now it's victory. In the air I'm winning. It's about the time, it's about the time. I see the lights. I'm on my way, I can't stop. I can't stop. Tell these niggas that I'm coming. Cause yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I'll be coming. Now it's victory. And yeah, we're winning. It's about the time, it's about the time. I see the lights. I'm on my way, I can't stop. Tell these niggas that I'm coming. Cause yeah, I'm coming. I'm on my way, nigga. Cold summer afternoon, like the snow coming down in June. I'm rising from the ground, gotta shine brighter than the sun. I'm on my way, I'm on my way, rising from the ground, gotta shine brighter than the sun. I'm on my way. Waiting for so long, trying to get that name right straight to your face. Pain so much, but the passion took over, that's why I'm here. Started from the bottom, top is where I'm heading to. Put my city on the map, you know where that nigga from. Bafoussam, nigga. Bafoussam, bad. Hall of Fame, I'm in it. I want it all, I will. Make my niggas proud of who I am and what I did. Run over blows, nigga. Run over blows, nigga. Yeah, I'm ready. I feel so ready. I be so ready. Ready for the game. With my competition. I got my gun, I got my shooters. And we be waiting. Yeah, we be hustling. Now it's victory. And yeah, we're winning. It's about the time, it's about the time. I see the lights. I'm on my way, I can't stop. I can't stop. Tell these niggas that I'm coming. Cause yeah, I'm coming. I'm on my way, nigga. Like the snow coming down in June. I'm rising from the ground. Gotta shine brighter than the sun. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. Rising from the ground. Gotta shine brighter than the sun. I'm on my way. Whip it.